right, cool guys. Let's do our advanced course now. Again, I just can't emphasize this enough. It's not super complicated shit. What makes it complicated is that it's a bunch of simple stuff stacked on top of each other, used at appropriate times in the correct, appropriate like situation, okay? That's what makes it advanced. So the advanced course in general is all of the previous techniques that we've pretty much already gone over, okay? But now we're gonna start to add in a lot more offense so that we can start beating some ass, okay? Did that sound sus?
A little.
We'll start kicking some ass. That sounds, yeah, beating ass. Not very good. Okay. All right, let's get into our advanced course. Shut the fuck up, Robin. All right. So we went over all of the shake steps and the step and pivots. Now all we're gonna do is add some punches to it, okay? So because I am a longer guy, I like throwing my jab before I go to shake step, okay? It's just good to have fillers in between things, okay? So when I do go to jab, boom, and I hit Robin, and then shake step myself, it just makes it a little bit easier because obviously he has to worry about a punch in his face at the same time that I'm stepping off and getting an angle on him, okay? So when we shake step, we're gonna jab, boom, shake step. As we push ourselves back in, we're gonna rotate hard in on our 1-2, okay? So instead of our simple off to the side, plant our feet, throw our jab cross, we're gonna make this a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more athletic for you guys that are more advanced. I throw my jab, boom, I shake step. As I fall myself back in, I'm gonna throw a really rotated 1-2 here instead of staying really, you know, one-dimensional and fundamental with our 1-2 here. We're gonna rotate big on our 2 because we get a really big push off of this back foot. And like we've already talked about a million times, me carving into the floor, getting power by driving off of it is what creates a lot of power. If you add in the rotation to that piece, you'll knock some people out, all right? So jab, boom, rotate or shake step, big push here, big rotate so I can fuck Robin up, okay? Jab, big rotate, bang, bang, throwing our 1-2. Same thing in my lefty stance. I jab, I shake as I go to push myself back in, almost like how a pitcher would throw a ball like this. Boom, same idea. I just catch myself with this foot. That way I don't like fall into Robin, unless I'm doing that on purpose and trying to get a shot or whatever. I jab, boom, shake, boom, rotate big on our 1-2. Okay, moving around. Jab, shake, bang, big rotation on our 1-2. Jab, shake, big rotation on our 1-2, okay? Our other one that we're gonna do is our step and swing. So the fundamental way to do this, step, swing in our stance. The more advanced way, I'm gonna step, swing. As this lands, guys, we're gonna propel ourselves forward and throw like a really hard, I call them darts, where when I throw my cross, I continue stepping here. Like when you watch like power lifters or anyone do anything that's more athletic than I am and they're like throwing a ball, they have this like motion where they rotate real hard, step and catch their weight like this. That's essentially how we're gonna throw our cross when this lands, boom, so that we get hit really hard. I step, this swings. Right when it touches, I need to adjust this again. But from here, I'm just stepping way hard, making my stance really long so I can punch super hard, okay? That's on our step and swing. So if I want, I could throw a couple punches first, again, to just blind Robin. So let's go 1-2, boom, I step, I rotate. I'm already off to an angle, but I want to continue my angle more with my right leg. Bang, and punch through Robin and send his soul going through the other side of the wall, okay? Boom, we're here, 1-2, tiny step, rotate. The second it lands, I explode again. Boom, 1-2, boom. Other side, 1-2, bang, bang, step, cover this side. Right when this touches, I'm exploding again and launching my cross. Again, lefty, 1-2, step, rotate. I'm just waiting for this sucker to land so I can fucking hit Robin so hard right in his nuts. Oh, just kidding, not in his nuts. All right?
Do you like to use
You
this
could do that though, like that's fine too. What?
Do you like to use this when they back up because you're covering so much distance?
Not so much. Okay, so if Robin doesn't move at all, I don't care. Like, if I do it to this side, so if I want to, I step, I swing. I'm like, I don't care if Robin's head is here. I'm punching through that bitch and trying to hit it as hard as I can. So when I step through this, it's more of like a shoving punch than it is like a snappy punch anyways. So I'm shoving this through, and if Robin's head is there, if it leans away, I don't care. I'm punching all the way through this to where if he wasn't.
Foot more of arm.
Yes. So like that's how Alex, how the fuck do you say his name? Pereira? Pereira? Jesus Christ, I'm the worst. Pereira, okay? That's how Pereira punches really hard, is he like punches through things. There's like kind of two different ways. Good question, Robin. I'll go on a bit of a spiel here, but there's two types of ways to hit people really hard, okay? I can snap my punch like this, and like that obviously hurts because it's like a whipping motion, or like it has like an end point to where my core locks, boom, and it like shoves through like a Kung Fu Panda kind of, where like the Kung Fu Panda gets hit and then it like explodes out, you know? So you can punch hard like that, or you can just shove things through the person's body, which is how Alex Pereira looks like he punches. Cheeto kind of punches like this too, where it's maybe not the fastest, snappiest, most technical punch in the world, but when he does go to throw something, whatever is in this range of motion, this sucker, this brick is going through whatever is there, okay? So this is one of those punches where I'm shoving through it, okay? I 1-2, boom, boom. I step. Right when this foot lands, I step again just to hit a little bit harder, and I'm not snapping this one. I'm shoving this one through whatever is in its way, okay? Again, lefty, boom, boom, step, pivot. If Robin does back up a little bit, it doesn't matter. Like I have so much range on that really long cross that it's definitely gonna probably hit the person. Even if they're backing up like a foot, I still should be like punching way, way past them, okay? So just to reiterate, our jab or our shake steps, we're gonna jab first, shake. Again, we're getting power by driving into the floor. 1-2, lefty, jab, shake, getting power, rotating, hitting our 1-2. Step and pivot, we're gonna 1-2, bam, bam. Step, rotate, this lands, throwing our cross. Lefty, 1-2, step, rotate, when this lands, it goes through Robin, okay? That's adding some punches into our already former techniques. I wanna go over two other types of punches that I think are really important in our footwork stuff. I call them momentum punches, okay? The two that we're gonna do is our dart, okay? Where I'm throwing my weight in a way, like you always dart with your cross hand, by the way, but I'm throwing my weight and not caring too much about the way that I land, kind of, okay? Or it at least appears that way. When I throw my cross, I can throw my cross and then catch myself with this leg, carve myself back, and come back to the same spot. Sometimes there's people that you don't want to do that shit with. I fought plenty of guys that if they can get their hands on me, they will knock me out. The reason I don't get knocked out is because I have good footwork and I know when to come back to the center and when not to come back to the center, okay? So when we throw our dart, can you catch it with your teeth? Just kidding. When I go to throw my dart, I'm throwing in a way where I don't care if I'm going over my hips. I'm just gonna shuffle myself out and then reestablish like this type of position. So I'm not out of position for a long time, but I'm not throwing my cross to where I have to stop here, come back. I throw, I leave my head over here because sometimes it's just a way better idea. I pivot a little bit and then I come back. So the footwork is here. Cross, I'm way out of position. Pushing myself back is not gonna be the best idea. I kind of just shuffle and put myself out. Boom, a little gallop, and then I rotate out, okay? If it's on the other side, my dart, I throw, boom, I don't worry about catching myself. I fall, and then I rotate. Boom, I don't care. I fall and I rotate. That one was kind of wonky. It's easier to do when you do it quicker. Boom, and then rotate out, okay? That's moving forward. That's one of our momentum punches. That's a punch where, again, you don't care about your position as much because you know that you're flinging yourself into a safe space, all right? The other momentum punch is kind of like a fadeaway or like a check hook backwards. It's kind of the same idea where with the dart, I'm moving myself forward. With my other hand or my like fadeaway check hook, I don't know, whatever it is that you guys want to call it, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm throwing this backwards, okay? So I use this when Robin's attacking, and I want to just get something between us. And again, I don't care if I land in good position because I'm going to be out of the way afterwards, okay? So I punch, I kind of lean away, I'm throwing my momentum into this leg. When I rip this, I can like actually hit really hard. Can you hold this? So he takes a step in, like because I'm flinging my weight into this side, like I can really kind of like rip that sucker pretty hard. And then again, like when you don't have to worry about your position after as much, as long as you know you're flinging yourself into a safe area. In this circumstance, I'm flinging myself into a safe area backwards away from him while hopefully hitting him and stopping him or making him think about stepping in more. Boom, I can like really throw these things hard because I'm not super worried about my position. Like if you were a quarterback or a pitcher and you had to like come back to this position super fast, like there's no way that you would be able to throw the ball as hard as if I just fling my weight forward like this, okay? So my momentum punch back or my check hook just goes here, boom, backwards, okay? An important note in not getting fucked up with this is when me and Robin are fighting each other, throw your cross in my face. If I open this thing up to try to throw this, might work sometimes, might not work sometimes. Like it might be one of those situations where you get hit like how Izzy got hit against Strickland. You know, like sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes it's not. And you know, like I don't really like the feeling of feeling like I'm rolling the dice. I'd rather just do shit correctly without any, or at least like a limited amount of what I'm giving to Robin when I'm trying to take things. Because fighting is a dance, I can't give Robin things, or I can't take things from Robin without giving some things first, or at least like at a really high level. So when you're doing this, like limit how much you give him. If I open up my side real big here, I'm giving him a lot of opportunity to hit me. If I fade away or check hook and I keep this thing in the way the whole time, boom, it makes it so that the odds of this scoring and this scoring are much different. This versus this is a really big difference, okay? It matters. When Robin takes a step at me, boom, it's tiny. I don't open up like this. It's tiny. I throw my weight backwards and I'm here. If he's in the same stance, boom, and he does the same thing, boom, it makes a little bit more sense in same stance. If I open big here, he's really, with this hand, he's really gonna hit me. Whereas if I keep it really glued, boom, I'll likely be hitting him because I'm making a smaller shape than he's making. So when he steps in, I fling my weight. I don't care how I catch myself afterwards. Usually it ends in some type of galloping motion to reset my position. But the idea is when Robin goes to attack me, boom, I can get myself out the way really quickly. I could do that on both sides too. He throws, boom, I gallop, I get myself back into position pretty quickly. I dart, boom, boom, and I'm off to the side. I dart, boom, I gallop, I pivot. I fade away, he comes in, boom, and I reset my position, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys those couple because those are really important, all right? The last thing that we're gonna do is our drills. Again, almost the same as what we did in intermediate. We're just gonna make it a lot more complicated and complex because we are gonna throw some punches. But before we do that, I wanna give you guys this other really good drill that I do with all of my guys, which I call pick and pull drill. So Robin's gonna stay covered. It's just good for getting the reaction of having the footwork of either popping or pulling my feet out of the way, okay? It looks like this first. Me and Robin are punching, or I'm punching Robin. Robin's gonna swing real big at me. I move myself out the way. and then I throw whatever counter it is that I want to throw afterwards, okay? I'm punching Robin, he swings at me again, I move myself out the way, and I attack him with whatever I want. I go back to picking, he goes to attack, I answer, boom, and I go back to picking, I pull, I answer, we move, I pick, I move, boom, and I answer. That's pick and pull. The key to doing this is not committing really at all with your punches, because the point is that you're trying to develop the ability to, on the split of a dime, is that term? Flip of a dime? Flip of a coin?
Drop of a coin?
Drop of a coin?
At the drop of a hat.
Drop of a hat? I don't know, I'm really shitty with that type of stuff.
On a dime? It's on a dime.
What? Flip on
Do
a
it
dime?
On a dime.
Do it on a dime? It's definitely not do it on a dime.
What is it?
Whatever. You guys get the point, okay? We're here. I want to be able to develop the ability to push myself back whenever I want to, okay? I have to do that by being heavy in this, but not like crazy heavy to where I don't have any weight on my back foot. But I'm not committing with any of my punches. If I start rotating real hard and Robin punches at me, there's gonna be a lag when I decide to pick and pull, okay? I pick really non-committed. I'm keeping most of my weight here. When Robin swings back at me, I either move like this, go ahead one more, or I just move my back foot and then I attack. If I want to also, he attacks me, I can shift myself and then go to attack after there too. But that's your guys' pick and pull drill. That one's gonna serve you big, big, big time, okay? Last one, space and angles, just like how we did in the other intermediate section of this course, except now we're gonna add in a lot of offense, okay? So just space, me and Robin are moving, and now I'm just keeping this space, but I'm adding in a lot of my very own offense here. He steps into me, I'm shifting, keeping him at about jab range, boom, throwing, staring at the same wall so that I do this properly, bang, he steps in, boom, boom, boom. Just finding my range with all of my shots while maintaining space. And Robin's just giving me a look. Bang, 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 bang. That's the space. The advantages of the angles one, I'm doing the same thing, except now we're going in 360 degrees. I'm punching Robin, he goes to attack. I can now add in my attacks after. So big emphasis on rotating big, boom, stepping, swinging, planting and hitting him, moving. But I'm really focused on these shoulders here. Once I get a shoulder, I stay on it until he makes me change it, and then I change the shoulder. But I'm essentially just adding in my attacks while being able to stay on his shoulder here. Bang, bang. Once you get good at that, now we'll combine the two, so it's space and our advantages. So I'm doing both. I'm keeping good space while trying to stay a little bit on the outside of his body. Bang, boom, bang. Moving in 360s, keeping good range, stepping off when I need to. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. So that's our advanced course, guys. I think that, that pretty much covers just about everything. Whew, that was kind of tiring. Like I said, it's basic stuff that if you do correctly, at the right time, in good position, in the right space, you're gonna crush people, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed the course. We'll get into some exercises in the last bit because I know that, I don't know how well you guys move out there. So being able to develop agility, speed, plyometric type stuff is gonna be big time key for some of you guys in being able to do this stuff from a biomechanical standpoint. So I'll give you guys some exercises in the next course.